Hello, 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 brothers. Peace be upon you all. I pray you guys are doing well. How are we doing, guys? How are we doing? We're nearly getting there through January now. January 2020. What a year. This is our year, guys. This is the year we're going to recover. It doesn't matter where we are right now. We still got 11 months left this year, okay? Let's do this right. Let's make these changes, okay? Now Today, man, oh my goodness. We're talking about a serious issue. There's so many people in the community, so many. You get brothers all the time. Guys, I relapsed, man. I relapsed. Like, I woke up and the bed sheets, everything is soiled. It's all wet. I had a wet dream, man. I had a nightfall. I relapsed, man. I can't believe it. After I set my counter, what could I do, man? I just woke up and it was there. Listen, guys. Wet dreams are not a relapse, okay? What control did you have over the wet dream, man? Listen, and the worst thing is that people will they reset their counter after a wet dream. And then they go binge watch pornography. They go masturbate. I'm like, some health is better than zero health. It's better than no health at all, right? You don't go and say, okay, I've had a wet dream, so now I'm going to binge watch and relapse 4 times. You're worried about all the semen that you lost in the wet dream. How much are you losing from masturbating 4 times afterwards? That's the real problem that we need to work on, okay? It's not the wet dream. Don't relapse, man. Don't go and say, yeah, now I've had a wet dream, I'm resetting my counter, I'm back to 0, and now I'm going to go watch pornography, I'm going to go masturbate, I'm going to binge watch for 3 days. No. Like, let's put semen retention to the side for now, right? Don't go back to PMO. PMO is the addiction, pornography and masturbation. That is what we're leaving behind. That is what we're escaping from. Okay? Leave this ideas about semen retention and ojas and all this stuff and all the power. No, just pornography and masturbation is ruining your life. Don't go and add to it because you had a wet dream, which you couldn't control. You don't even remember the dream, but you're going and resetting your counter because your underwear is wet. Don't do it, guys. Don't do it, okay? Listen, you released far much more semen as an addict than in a wet dream. We were all doing it. I was doing it, okay? Years and years and years. Throwing semen down the drain, down the toilet, tissue paper, shower drain, the whole thing. We wasted so much semen. Don't blame yourself for the semen you didn't intentionally waste. You didn't intentionally have that wet dream, so don't go and purposefully waste more. Don't do it, okay? It's pornography that is the issue. Masturbation, that is the issue, okay? Let me tell you something, right? So, there's wet dreams, and then some people also are having, semen leakage, okay? Like, you go to the toilet, you're going to urinate, you're having a bowel movement, and semen comes out. And you're like, I didn't want to do this. This is gross. This is nasty. Listen, there's no enjoyment feeling there. You're not having there's no arousal experience. It's just flowing out of you as you're trying to get on with your day and you're doing the needful. You're doing the necessary business. And it's just leaving your body. I mean, yeah, you're just there. You're in the restroom and it's going. You're losing semen. I have the same issue, okay? I have that issue. And thank God I've passed over 220 days on hard mode, okay? But we do have these involuntary ejaculations, okay? We have them. But we still get benefits. We're still getting benefits because we're not watching pornography. We're not masturbating. We're not intentionally losing semen. You lose a lot more when you're going and purposely, yep, this is what I'm doing right now. I am masturbating. The semen you lose, the semen leakage, the wet dreams, whatever you want to call it. Some health is better than no health. Don't ruin yourself. Okay? The thing is, your body is not used to retaining semen. It's used to having semen being chucked out. It's used to weakness. That's something we have to work on, okay? We've weakened our bodies. We have weakened them. We've messed things up. We've been here for years. Yes, okay, yeah, there's some people in the community like, oh yeah, I discovered pornography and masturbation 2 years ago. Great, leave it behind now. You don't need to end up like us. You don't need over a decade. You don't need 2 decades. You don't need 35 years of pornography and masturbation. You don't need it. Leave it behind now. But for the rest of us, we have weakened our bodies. So yeah, the body is like, oh, what? All of this semen, what do I do with it? We throw it out. That's what we always did. And then everything online, all the doctors and everything. Okay, I've been to a urologist. You know, all the doctors, what are they telling you? Oh, they're telling you, oh, well, yeah, it's a buildup of semen. It's a buildup. The body doesn't know what to do with all of this. I'm like, no, come on, man. The body's producing sperm every single day. Don't tell me that the natural process is just to throw it away. All of those nutrients. There's no way the body is intentionally designed to throw away all of that nutrition for no good reason. Okay? You go to like the Indian scientists and stuff, they'll say that the body reabsorbs it. Our body isn't. Chinese scientists as well. Chinese, traditional Chinese medicine, they say this same thing. But our body isn't used to doing that. So we do have nocturnal emissions, we do have wet dreams, we do have nightfalls, we do have semen leakage, and all of this because we've weakened the body. It's not reabsorbing everything. Some of it is getting thrown out. But don't beat yourself up about it, okay? It's far healthier that you're on this journey, that you're not doing it. Okay? Right, like, think about it. Relapsing, yep, you had a choice. You had decisions to make. You went on that site, you clicked those links, you touched yourself, and then the semen came out. What choice did you have in the dream? Sometimes you remember the dream, okay. But were you in control during that dream, or were you just passing through the motions? Sometimes you don't even remember the dream. How are you going to blame yourself in the morning if you don't even remember what happened in the dream? Like, oh, wow, look at this. Come on, it's uncomfortable. Most of us don't like it. But hang on. Your streak is still intact. It is not a relapse. It's not a relapse. I mean, if you want, set a different counter for semen retention. If that is such a big issue for you, set a different counter for it. Okay, this is my semen retention counter. Me personally, my semen retention counter in this entire streak over 7 months, it hasn't been over 48 hours. So I'm not gonna do that to myself. That's just painful. Okay? But in terms of wet dreams is a different story. Like, a lot of the time, there's things that we are thinking about during the day that are leading to that. Okay, we have to purify our minds. We can't be fantasizing throughout the day. Then your brain replays those events to you while you're sleeping. And guess what? It acts some of them out. And you, like, oh wow, wet dream. Clean your mind. Focus on cleaning your mind. And you might see a reduction. Like, oh yeah, okay, I used to have wet dreams every week. Now it's once a month now. You might see that things are changing. Okay? And then, there are methods out there which can help you get past the wet dreams, okay? Some people, before they go to bed, they take, some of these methods are a bit uncomfortable, okay? But they take, like, ice cold water. They, and they rest their penis, their testes and everything. They rest in that bowl. Then they go to sleep. They wake up. There's no wet dream. They do that. Boom, all the wet dreams have gone away. They're having less than one a month now when they used to have it frequently. There's that. In the book, Why You Should Never Masturbate, that book, it talks about wearing a loincloth, a langot. Now, there's a way that you tie it up, you put it on yourself, and there is, the semen just doesn't come out anymore. It's not, I don't know how it works. I don't know. He describes it in the book. But people that do it, they follow the method. They're finding, well, okay, I'm not having wet dreams anymore. This is great. Another one, okay, there's this exercise that people have followed. It's from the what's it called? It's like, is it Tai Chi? One of those like kung fu disciplines, from China, and it's the 8-section brocades. The seventh one, if you follow that exercise, it's called, what is it called? Two, obviously this is the English translation. I don't know what it's called in Chinese, but 2 hands hold the feet to strengthen the kidneys and waist. If you type that into Google, the exercise will come up. If you do that exercise, it's very, very short reps that you have to do, but you do it 200, 300 times a night. You do that, and the wet dreams go away. People are doing it. They're like, wow, they're reporting, I used to have wet dreams 3-4 times a week. Now I'm having once a month. Now I'm not even having that anymore. That's gone. Wow. So, if you're really that determined to get rid of the wet dreams, go and find solutions. And don't beat yourself up about it. Definitely, please do not go and say, I relapse, guys. So now I'm gonna go look at my ex-favorite sites. I'm gonna go do this. I'm gonna have a binge session, and then I'm gonna restart. Don't do that, man. Don't do that. This is the year we're gonna recover. This is the year we're gonna look back to, and 2020 was it. I did it. I conquered this. I beat this addiction into the ground. We can all do this, brothers. Peace.